So I'm just sitting here downstairs at my kitchen table doing some work, and I get a tweet from Wario64 that a Nintendo Direct Mini has just shadow dropped, which blows my mind because nobody saw this coming. We just had a Nintendo Direct not too long ago. It seems like there wouldn't really be a lot to talk about, but Nintendo has really surprised me and probably a lot of people based on the tweets I'm starting to see and what's starting to trend. And let's face it, it's a really nice distraction from what's going on outside these doors. Kind of a rough time right now. So any exciting news, any break from the monotony that is COVID-19 or the death and decay of a lot of people around us is actually very welcoming. So I thought I'd do a quick video on it because, number one, thank you, Nintendo, for actually doing this. This is really, really cool. Number two, there's a few games that I would particularly like to highlight. The Direct ran about 30 minutes long. There was a lot of announcements in there of things that I wasn't aware of. There was also some new games that are dropping right now, which is always the big hype. The first one I want to talk about is called Good Job. I'm definitely going to be getting this. Expect a review from me on it soon. I'm actually finishing the download as we speak. It is a action puzzle game. This is from the Nintendo press release. Perform hilarious and challenging tasks around a sprawling office to get the job done by any means necessary. So the preview showed like you having to get a projector from one room to another. So you could actually just walk it and try not to be, to be careful. Or you could like use it as you could use an extension cord as a slingshot and launch it through a wall, knock people over, basically destroying everything on your way, trying to help people. It seems just like a really fun, little zany kind of bunch of little mini games that I think you're going to have a lot of fun playing. And I didn't know this was coming. I can't say I'm on the pulse of every single game in development, but I've seen no press releases or no announcements about this, and it just drops today. So very excited for that. Expect a full review from me here in a few days. We got another expansion pass for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is the Fantastic Four, the Shadow of Doom, which adds the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom with playable characters and a new story campaign. So my wife and I are kind of hot and cold on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We get into it, we play it for a long time. It gets very grindy, we quit. We come back to it, we quit. We have yet to actually beat the main story, the campaign, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. This particular expansion doesn't do a whole lot for me personally because I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan, although I'm sure some people are. There's a lot of other Marvel franchises that I still don't think are represented in this game that I'd love to see, but it's cool that they're continuing to support it, to add more content, to add more characters. It really does increase the value of the game, which I think largely was overlooked by many people because it was a Switch exclusive. Another interesting game that I was kind of looking forward to, although I don't have a Ring, is the Ring Fit Adventure update, which includes a new rhythm game mode, and it's got some really cool soundtracks in there. They pulled some from Super Mario Odyssey, so if you remember that really cool level in New Donk City where Pauline sings, it's just like one of the most iconic levels to me of that game. It's just very happy. It's just like Nintendo the game. Very, very happy music. They got music from that. They got music from Splatoon and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. My understanding is the Ring is impossible to find right now. People are just not able to find it anywhere, unfortunately. I was late to the party. I didn't think it was that interesting, but now that I'm home, maybe having a interactive way to exercise would be welcoming. So I'll keep an eye out for one, although I think it's going to be pretty hard to find. But that's cool. If you were able to score a Ring, you got a free update with a bunch of new content, with a bunch of really cool soundtracks, and that sounds really, really cool. They also announced some other stuff coming in 2020. The one thing that excited me the most was the Animal Crossing update between April 1st and April 12th. They're going to call it Bunny Day. You're going to meet Zipper the bunny. He's going to come give you a bunch of quests to do, and there's a lot of limited time stuff. So Animal Crossing continues to impress me. It continues to amaze me. I'm still actively playing it and enjoying the hell out of it, as many others people are as well. I think it's a phenomenal experience, and it's cool to see that they are continuing to add events. Really, this is more than like a daily. A daily is really one of those things where it's like, hey, log in and go get 5 apples or go do this or that to get your Nook miles. This is more of like an event, which I really like. So something you see a lot in MMOs, for example, World of Warcraft will have different events throughout the year, which have different activities. that are limited time. So it kind of forces you to engage in something very specific for a very limited time to get some rewards. They are annual. So if you miss Bunny Day, you're gonna have to wait till next year. If there's a really cool item you wanted, or some kind of like piece of gear, or not gear in this case, but it'd be like a hat or something, or a special shirt, whatever, you're gonna have to be there. And that forces you to kind of get into it, which is fun, and I like that. And it's timed. It's a week. It's 12 days. I mean, it's more than a week. It's almost 2 weeks, right? You got plenty of time to get in there and do what you need to do, and earn the rewards that you would like to earn, which is really, really cool. They also announced Bravely Default 2, which I knew was coming. I think we have seen something about it before, but we got a lot more explanation today on kind of what the game was going to include, including these new enemies, these asterisk enemies that you could take basically their powers and, build your team. We got a little more deep dive of some of the characters, and they are actually announcing a free demo available right now. They're still actively finishing the game, but they are interested in soliciting feedback from others. So this is cool. I'm going to download the demo and check it out. I'll give you guys my thoughts on that as well. I did not beat Bravely Default 1. My wife had it on her 3DS. She played it. She's on a call right now. I say can't ask her. I don't know if she beat it or not. A lot of these RPGs start off incredibly fun, but they do become somewhat grindy. So my only hope is that Bravely Default 2 is not too grindy. If that's the case, it'll be a great game to add onto the Switch. And I mean, the Switch is just worth its weight in gold right now. Having the portability to play, pick it up. I do 2 or 3 quick things on Animal Crossing. Oh, I get a work call, I get a work email, put it down, whatever. It's really, really fun, and I'm really enjoying my time with it right now. They also announced a bunch of 2K games coming, a wealth of 2K games, as they put it. We're going to get the Borderlands Legendary Collection, which includes Borderlands and Borderlands 2, with the pre-sequel as well. It's actually all 3 Borderlands. It's also going to bring BioShock to Switch with the BioShock Remastered, BioShock 2 Remastered, and BioShock Infinite, the Complete Edition. So that's really cool. And we're also getting XCOM 2, which is phenomenal. XCOM would be a phenomenal Switch game because you just do a mission, you put it down. You're seeing the advantage of a Switch here. These quick burst experiences, 10, 15 minutes, move on to something else. I have XCOM 2 on PlayStation. I got it for PlayStation Plus. It is very fun, but it is very, I don't want to say grindy. It's not a game you're going to sit and play for hours on end. I think with the Switch you would, so I would definitely consider picking this up. And because it includes all the DLC and the War of the Chosen, it's going to be a definitive edition. So I think I'm good on Borderlands. I still haven't beat Borderlands 3. And I don't need BioShock again, but XCOM I think is a great, great addition to the Nintendo Switch library. We got a new Smash announcement. They announced that ARMS is going to be the next character, a character from ARMS is going to be the next DLC fighter for the Smash Volume 2 Season Pass. I challenge you to name one character from ARMS with their name. You can't. ARMS did not do well. To hype it up, they're giving another free demo away. I don't think a lot of people are going to play it. I didn't like it. I thought it was a very unpolished fighter. I did not enjoy my experience with that game at all. That said, I think it's good for Nintendo to continue to draw upon some of their franchises to bring more characters into Smash from their existing franchises. I'm okay with that as long as character number 10 is the Master Chief, which is something that I have been asking for a very long time. Another really cool thing that they announced, a couple more for you guys here. The Clubhouse games, 51 Worldwide Classics, which started off to be a lot of card games, but then transitioned into a lot of other games, like they had like a battle mode, like a chess, not chess. They did have chess though. They had like a tank game, they had like a little driving game, a little slot card game. So it seemed like at first it was just very classic, kind of like solitaire, sevens, mahjong, and then it just kept going on and on. So it'd be 51 different games coming out. You'll be able to play online. You'll be able to play locally with your friends. I think it's cool. I play a lot of board games now. It's definitely something I'm interested in. It just seems like a collection of mini games. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. Last one I want to talk to you guys about is, well, 2 more. Burnout Paradise Remastered, which is really cool, is coming to the Switch. Burnout Paradise, I think a lot of people really have a fondness of in their heart, particularly because it was just one of those really goofy games that you would just like constantly want to one up yourself. Those are like score challenge games, like Tony Hawk or something, where you'd beat it, but you never really won because you always wanted to do better than your last score and you play with your friends. This seems like a really good party game, which really lends itself well to the portability of the Switch. Like, hey, drive this car in an intersection as fast as you can. Okay, give me a turn. Okay, you take a turn. It seems like it'd be very simple to get along, to play. So I'm excited about that. And then we got the last one that I was excited about. Elder Scrolls Blades is back on the docket now, currently showing spring 2020. Still no official release date as of yet, but recall that game was supposed to come out last year. I loved the hell out of it. I played so much of it on my phone. I beat it entirely. I really had nothing to do. They've slowly been adding more content, but I decided I'm going to hold off until it's available on the Switch, and it looks like at least it's back on the docket for now. So good job, Nintendo. Thank you guys so much for bringing us a Nintendo Direct. It really made my morning. I'm really excited for all the great content that's coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick recap of things that were important to me. There's a lot more. Go check it out. Watch it for yourself. But these are the things that I find interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.